What is poppin' to all of you lads and lassies out there? It's your Aussie mate Dids here, signing in, bringing you all a brand new PS4 playthrough. So I'd love to welcome you all to Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted. So it has been 4 years. It has been 4 years since I've made an official playthrough of the first Five Nights at Freddy's game, which that was on the PC. And that the fact that Five Nights at Freddy's is on PlayStation and it's on consoles. So here in October 2023, 4 years later, why not I bring another official Five Nights at Freddy's playthrough to you all. So believe it or not, this is actually the very first, I'm pretty sure this is the first playthrough that I'm using what is called virtual reality, and I'm sure hundreds and thousands of you people are familiar of what virtual reality is. If not, allow me to explain. So virtual reality is a special type of simulation that makes you feel like you are in the game, and I'm using my PlayStation VR set to emulate this game, and I got my PlayStation VR headset strapped to my head, of course, and I have my headphones with the built-in microphone connected to the headset so that way you all can hear me, and if any of you can hear me clear. And I'm using what are called PlayStation Move controllers. They're kind of like two Wiimotes, so basically you can like grab things or push buttons and do all sorts of stuff. And also my PlayStation camera, you need a PlayStation camera in order to play PlayStation VR games. It is sitting to where this hand's pointing at. My PlayStation camera is sitting up on the roof that is above my TV. And that's all there is to it. So anyways, without further ado, let us begin our playthrough of Five Nights at Freddy's VR Help Wanted. Now, before we get into the action, we're going to take a look at the introduction cutscene, so hang tight because we're going in for a ride.
Welcome to the Freddy Fazbear Virtual Experience. Fazbear Entertainment is excited to join the digital age, and what better way to do that than with an edge-of-your-seat virtual reality experience?
Show me more. Or show us more.
We know that Fazbear Entertainment has developed something of a bad reputation over the last few decades, and while it's true that some stories associated with our name were loosely based on actual events, the majority of them were total fabrications from the mind of a complete lunatic, lawsuits pending. But we aren't above laughing at ourselves. Ha ha ha. That's why we have recreated many of these completely fictitious scenarios, lies that you've been fed over the last several years, into a hilarious VR game, in the hopes that we can finally move past these childish ghost stories and develop a new relationship with you, as well as your kids. Don't forget the merch, perfect for birthdays. So sit back and enjoy a few scares. We do, however, ask that you agree to a simple waiver before you play. It's mostly just legal mumbo-jumbo and isn't at all based on user experiences thus far or injuries associated with testing. Just touch the button to agree, and then we can jump right into some harmless fun that can't harm you at all in any harmful way.
Are you really sure about that?
The Freddy Fazbear Virtual Experience.
Well, I really appreciate that, hand unit. That's the name, hand unit.
You acknowledge that Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for accidental digital consciousness transference, real-world manifestations of digital characters, nightmares, night terrors, night sweats.
Okay, so now that we've taken a look at the introduction cutscene, so this is the selection menu. So here in FNAF Help Wanted here, this game gives you a variety amount of ways of how you can play. This game has quite a lot to discover, and this game is split into separate categories on, its specific type. It's in its specific type of way of how you're going to play. So let's scroll through the categories here. So we have the OG Five Nights at Freddy's 1, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Five Nights at Freddy's 3, Dark Rooms, Parts and Service, Vent Repair, and Night Terrors. Which Night Terrors here, it's supposed to be Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Now, with these categories, I'm not just going to go through them in its specific order. So, these categories here are just going to be, let's just say, randomized. But what we're going to begin with is the OG Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Now, there will be more things for me to explain about after we've completed the first night of Five Nights at Freddy's 1. So, let's hop in. Alright, so before we begin, we are given instructions. So, push buttons, and here is the main goal. Voila. Survive until 6 AM. We all know this. Alright, let's jump straight in by pressing this button to start. Welcome everyone to the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 office. You got your phone guy here. Now the phone calls are just the same thing from the one in the original version.
Hello? Hello?
Yep, there you go.
I want to record a message for you.
You don't need to hear the phone call, because, you know, we've all heard the phone calls so many times. So I'm just going to press the button here, that's what mutes the call. But however, you pick up the phone, you could still be able to hear the phone guy through this phone here. Alright, so you have your doors. Closing the doors, check. Lights, check. You got your power level and your usage bars, and your clock. Now here's the camera system. So here's the camera system. So there was Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica. Well, Bonnie's already gone, so there he is. Now the power level in this game is... The power level in Five Nights at Freddy's 1 here is it's a tad bit strict, but the cameras here, the cameras don't use power. But even though the power level is still, regardless, a tad bit strict, but the clock, however, it goes a little bit quicker. So we got ourselves the show stage, the dining area. Bonnie's already moved. Where's he gone off to? Oh, he's in the backstage. You got the Pirate Cove, which is where Foxy chills at. The restrooms... Oh, it said here... Oh, the names of the cameras are set here. So, Supply Closet, and the West Hall, East Hall, and the two corners. And there's Chica. Now, I want to show you all this. Open this. Now that, right there, because I've been playing this game quite a lot, I've pretty much gotten all... Why did I say pretty much? I've gotten all the coins here. So this is a coin, you pick it up, you flick it, and it makes the ding noise. That means you collected a coin. There's 30 of them. Okay, so... Chica is right there. It's 3 AM. So the clock goes pretty quick on this one. Now, I just want you to be careful with Bonnie or Chica. You'll see the animatronics, because this is virtual reality, you would either see Bonnie or Chica walking down by to your door, and they'll walk down the corner. And they'll walk down to the corner. Okay, now Bonnie's in the corner now. He will appear by the door. Oh, there's Chica. Now, just be very careful, because if you see either Bonnie or Chica, for example, you see Bonnie walking down walking down the hallway right here and passes your door. If you shine the light on Bonnie, he will stop and turn his head around, and that way he's poised to attack. Oh, there's Chica. Yeah, so just be very careful. So you see Bonnie, he turns his head around, and that's where he's poised to attack. So what you do is close the door, and that way you're safe. But if you don't close the door in time, as they fully turn their head to you, you'll die. Oh, there's Foxy. He's peeking out of the curtains. It's 5 AM. Here's the cupcake here. Oh, there's a coin right here. Huh, sick. Alright, it should be 6 AM soon. Ah, there we go, 6 AM. So there we go, we've beaten the first night of Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Okay, so each time you complete a night or you complete a minigame, you'll get a prize. So all you do is turn the crank. Now, I've gotten all the main collectibles in this game because I've got the Platinum Trophy, because this is PlayStation 4. So all I'm gonna get here is just cake. Delicious. And after that, you'll be brought back here. Alright, so there's the coins right here, the coin counter, 30 out of 30. You'll get a trophy if you collect all 30 coins. Alright, so let's take a look around here. Now this, I'm not going to press the button here. This game has a Halloween DLC, but I'm just not sure if I would have time to look into the DLC. The DLC is called The Curse of Dreadbear, and it depends whenever I do the Curse of Dreadbear or not. So yep, it's dependable. Alright, so this button right here, Showtime, I press the button, nothing happens. Now, usually when you press the button on Showtime, when this game was under development, pressing this button would open the curtains of the show stage, and you'll see Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica singing a song. You'll also see Foxy back there, but when the final version of this game came out, pressing this button, nothing happens. So I'm not sure why this is still here. Alright, so now we're going to go over to the prize counter. So here's the prize counter. So here is where you get your prizes. So all you do is just tap it, and there you go. Alright, so you'll get new prizes each time you complete a night or a minigame. And you can do that like rinse and repeat. And you'll get new ones and new ones, so they wouldn't just be the same. But when you collect all of the, you know, let's say special plush action figure, food, and toys, bobbleheads, you'll get the cake here. So that's all you're gonna get. It's all you're gonna get. Now, there's also Halloween prizes here. I have been playing a bit of the Halloween DLC, but I just haven't cleared most of the mini games yet. So I'll be able to get to that eventually. Anyways, return to the menu. Alright, so this thing here, you pull this lever. Now, Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted here has what's called Nightmare Mode. Nightmare Mode is basically, you play through these categories, but they're in hard mode, so it's more difficult. But we'll be able to get to that eventually, some other time throughout this month. Alright, so anyways, lads and lassies, I'm going to end this video here. I really wanted to thank you all very much for watching. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, everyone. Cheers.